want to turn the air off, Tim?
Tim, you might want to turn that air off.
Yeah, I'll turn that air off.
Tim, would you mind hitting that air?
Hey, Tim, can you be a doll and turn the fucking air off?
If you think that it's bad,
It's probably you.
Get in here. We got to start the show.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that, and you cued it. I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We've got a fantastic show for you here on episode number 88. We've got our buddy Abel Casillas here. You want to say hey?
What's up, everybody?
Woo! Hey, so glad to have you. Abel is front and center on Squeezebox Bandits. We'll get into all of that and all about him. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
I'm Stark.
And we are
the Funky Panther! Ow!
God damn.
That was a little much, buddy.
You know.
You extra.
You just feeling it, or what?
I just felt to
it?
go up a little bit, so I decided to go with it. So, have y'all been? What y'all do this weekend?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, let's not start with you. Let's start with Tim, because we were just together basically the entire weekend.
We had an event that took place on Saturday that sucked, and then we had a good event that took place on Saturday, which made things weird.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's
balance out.
It's no.
Oh, okay.
But it's weird whenever you go from like a funeral to a birthday party in the same day.
Oh yeah.
So that's really, really strange. So we did that Sunday. It was really just kind of trying to recover from like the past 2 weeks of shit, and we really didn't do a whole lot. We watched a bunch of bullshit movies and called it good. So we're back at the work week. It's nice to have some your mind occupied, so you're not thinking about all the negative stuff. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's been yeah. So hopefully things are on the up from now, and
good to hear it, man.
Yeah, should be good. So
what about you, Stark?
So Kate and I went to Chewy's by ourselves without the kids.
Like the restaurant Chewy's?
Yeah.
Like the chain Chewy's?
Yeah, the chain.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it was good. But my mom was babysitting, and she was playing soccer with Amelie.
Yeah.
And now Amelie loves soccer, and she's all about soccer.
Hell yeah.
So
get her into it, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I got a net, and we're ready.
of course I mean, you're going to go all out.
You went all out right
Yeah,
away.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
gonna
okay,
be-
cool. You're interested in something? Boom. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, because you do that for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we signed her up for soccer starting in the fall, and I'm probably going to be a coach.
She's going to hate it in a week.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
She's going to hate it in a week, and
Yeah,
she's going to
before.
return all this stuff.
I reffed.
Oh,
I reffed
okay.
soccer. But
Okay. In college, you refed.
You're the ones that.
Yeah.
that-
I mean, are you a soccer fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like soccer.
Quick, name me a player from the U.S. World Cup squad.
No.
You don't love
Nailed
shit,
it.
you fucking liar.
What
But
about
I
you?
enjoy soccer.
What about you, Abel? Anything other than performing this weekend? Because I know you had at least 2 shows.
Well, this weekend, let's see. This weekend was a lot of fun. We had a lot of shows, and we drank a lot of alcohol.
Hell yeah.
And today I'm drinking Topo Chico, though. You know?
Yeah.
You got to give your liver a rest every
Topo
once in a
Chico,
while, right?
every now and
Topo
then.
Chico and vitamin water.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
0 vitamin. Trying to watch my carbs.
I hear you.
Hey, you and me both, baby.
So, Javier, what did we do last Thursday?
Last Thursday, we went out to our homie It's Ernie's show at Mass. Very cool show, very cool event.
Yeah.
Brought to you by the folks at
Trend Music?
Trend Music, and it was a blast, man. It was good. It was finally great seeing Ernie perform live. We missed him. Well, we had seen him live once, but it was at the open mic over at Tulips.
Yeah,
which
so
was again.
We missed him at South by. That's we had our show on at the same time he
Yeah.
did, and then like you said, we did the open mic, and he had a couple of drinks.
He did. He was in Ernie mode
He was in
already.
Ernie mode
Yeah.
already by the time we got there, and the dude went on this he did his song with the band, the open mic band that was there or whatever, and then he went on an additional 5 or 6 minute just freestyle. He just went off.
So that open mic thing, what you're saying is that there's a band that's up there,
Yeah.
and they just start jamming, and then
Yeah, so
you start kind of playing, if you have your own instrument or whatever, you start playing a little bit, and they kind
Yeah.
of pick up,
I hope
it's
Tulips
just
and Trend does that again because that was such a cool experience. And again, the guitar player was absolutely amazing. We need to get his name. Like that guy was insane. And then the drummer for Avery Burke, and then he's drummed for Lou as well. And then the bassist for Avery as well. Yeah. But yeah, they would get up there and they would like just play their song, and they started like strumming, picking it up, and then like within just a few minutes, they're like going off on all these different musician songs.
That's talent.
It was very, very talented. Yeah,
that takes some talent to be able to just do that.
But Ernie got up there and did. I don't remember which song he did that night, but he just went on for an additional 5 or 6 minutes afterward, just like freestyling.
Nice.
Funny enough, he did the same shit at his show at Mass, which I've never been Mass before.
No, it was first time.
It was a little bit smaller than I expected, but it was like perfect size.
It was a cool venue. It was a
very nice. Really cool venue.
Absolutely.
Have you ever played at Mass before?
There was the one time we played at Mass. It's been years, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've seen it in pictures and it just seems like big.
Well, the building looks, it looks big because it's kind of tall.
Yeah.
But it really isn't a big footprint.
Yeah. But the bartenders were fantastic. The sound was pretty good. It was fun. But so Ernie gets up there. He does some of his hits and he did Ernie mode, which just like everyone's jumping. He's like, get the 10 shots ready after the song. Let's go. Because that's his things, like 10 shots on the bar. And then he does a freestyle afterward, which none of us were prepared for because I had been like recording a lot of the video and audio and stuff like that for our page. The dude goes off on this freestyle afterward. He brings up Funky Panther. He brings in Forever Reckless because Jordan was with us. Yeah. He brings in Avery Burke. Like there was a lot of people that were at the show and he's just like bringing people's names and stuff in there. And it was flawless. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It was really, really cool. But yeah, Lou Charles was there. Avery Burke was there. Godbold was there. Again, Blake and Mitch from Trend were there. It was a good time. And it was actually Mitch's birthday the next day, so everyone went to Ampersand. We didn't stay out too late. But
I blacked out after that. I blacked out. I did.
We had a couple shots with everyone at Ampersand. I don't think I've been to Ampersand maybe once or twice. That is definitely like a young person's thing.
Dude, most of 7th Street is. Have you seen the new speakeasy they got on 7th Street?
Is it called?
It looks like a laundromat.
Yeah, is it called the washing machine or something?
Yeah, something like that. It's over by Texas Republic.
Okay.
In that same strips like where Hertz Donuts was. I think they closed. I'm pretty sure they did.
I knew the little convenience store.
Yeah, so they had the convenience store, but this one's like you walk in, it's like a laundromat, and you open you pull back the.
Oh shit! We gotta check that out.
It looks cool, but
who knows?
It's 7th, man, and it's everybody is at least like 10 to 15 years younger.
Abel, do you go to 7th at all?
I used to.
Yeah, that's the consensus.
Yeah.
I was actually over there not too long ago. I was playing at this new spot, Dogwood.
Dogwood's pretty cool.
No shit.
Yeah.
When was it? We have to keep track of where you play because there are times where we've wanted to see. We were trying to figure out how to do Thursday because you and Lou Charles were playing that same day.
Y'all were playing at the same time right before Ernie, and we didn't think we could make all three of them.
So we were like, "Oh fuck, man!"
Did y'all make it out there at all? Because man, the wind. Let me tell you.
Oh my god! Yeah, yesterday was wild.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Thursday. I was walking and the wind just knocked me down.
Damn.
It was heavy, but I think in that corridor in downtown is always windy.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
But it did make for a kind of a good weekend because it was pretty hot. So I mean, I was still sweaty Betty, but felt pretty good.
Then on Saturday we were going to go to the Arts Fest, right? Which didn't pan out.
We played racquetball, and little Dum Dum here hurt himself after I told him to.
Where'd y'all play racquetball at?
Over here at LA Fitness.
Okay.
Xiaomi beer.
Yeah. So Javier was like, "We probably need a stretch." I'm like, "Nah, bro, we're good. Like, we're not going to play for that long. We're fine." And I like pulled my calf pretty bad.
Did you take? I mean, was this from, Mr. Wong himself saying we don't need to, you don't need to stretch. I mean, stretch if you want to.
Yeah. It was probably because
you want to blame him.
His fault.
He said, "Don't fucking stretch."
Don't stretch. But lifting weights and going fast,
right? It's a little bit different.
Like short sprints and stuff, is very much different. And what was the score of the first game?
Whatever, man.
What about the second game?
Whatever.
Okay, it was 15-0, 15-0, 15-0, and then you did get one that last time, but we didn't but I didn't get to finish the game.
Well, I won because I didn't get my bitch ass hurt.
That's true.
He's got a point.
That's true. I was hobbling along. We still went to Hot Pot with Angie and the whole crew. Corey was there and Ruby, and then Jordan was there. And so, it was still a good time, but we were going to go downtown and they all were like, "Okay, Chad, you can go. We'll just get you crutches. We'll get crutches and we'll be fine." I went about like a block and I was like, "No, this ain't happening."
Man, you gotta go in them little rascals, like one of those little scooters. Just be sitting there.
Be one of those people?
Yeah, man. Why not?
At 35 years old?
Yeah, they're gonna judge the shit out of you, but whatever.
For sure. Yeah. Well, we didn't get to go, but it's okay. We ended up going to the rabbit hole and just drinking some beer and hanging out for way too long. Drank a lot, but it was a good weekend. But you actually did go to the Arts Festival yesterday.
Yeah, I did. It was a great time, and I wish I had known that you were playing Abel that day, or else that's what I get for not checking the schedule for the Fort Worth Arts Festival. But we did go by. It's pretty cool. It's very fucking windy. Long lines for funnel cake and corn dogs, and everything was overpriced.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, it really
ridiculous.
was. I went into Risky's and ate with the band before the gig. Cause it was like $5 for a little bag of chips. Like, are you serious? Like, these things cost 33 cents.
It's like getting an Arizona iced tea and it says like 99 cents on it. And they're like, oh, it'd be $2.50.
Yeah.
But the price is on the can. But yeah, I went by Gus's Chicken, and I love Gus's.
Man, I have not yet to go.
It's pretty damn good. It's juicy chicken.
On Magnolia, right?
You can also get it. You can get a 40. Like they sell 40s and they give it to you in a brown paper bag.
Yeah, I seen that.
They fuck. They fuck. But
wait, what?
What?
What kind of
their
place
food
is this?
their food slaps. It fucks. Do the kids say that?
Nah, man. I think that's past now.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's way
No,
back.
but like at the Arts Festival, they had like two pieces with fries for like $18.
What?
Yeah, but for $18 at the shop in Magnolia, you can get like a 3-piece meal with 2 sides and a
18
drink.
chickens.
Yeah.
Jesus
a drink,
Christ, man.
some dessert. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like that at those Main Street Arts Festival though.
They got to
so.
cover their costs.
Absolutely, yeah, man. They got to get their nut. So
Look, though the people that are putting that thing on, it's not like they don't got money.
True.
They got plenty of money to cover a little bit of it.
Yeah, but the deal is a lot of these vendors come in
Yeah.
and they have to pay money to get these booths.
I know.
And then they got to like make that money up somehow.
Which is ridiculous. They should-
it sucks.
So Abel, for those like shows, do they give you like a pass that says, "Hey, man, here, go get some free food" or something like that?
No, they didn't. But there's lots of times that does happen. But we did get free beer.
Oh,
But it was like Bud Light something zero. I didn't drink that.
Oh, yeah.
I got some of that in the fridge. It tastes.
That's like
kinda
Zeus
dank.
playing at RAR. You know, might not make any money up front or whatever, but they're going to give them a couple cases of beer.
It's always good.
You didn't like that? You didn't like the
Yeah.
Bud Light Zero?
Never,
No?
I didn't try it.
Oh, okay. I haven't had it yet.
I was playing it cool. I didn't really get into the whole drinking thing till the weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good time though.
Good
But
on you,
windy
man.
as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a couple of updates real quick for us. I know we mentioned it last week. On May 12th, we are going to have podcast and PBR at Kimpton Harper.
Kimpton Harper, yep.
And so we've already put that out on our Instagram. Make sure you follow us at the Funky Panther. You can join us and a whole lot of other podcasts from the Fort Worth area. I was actually surprised there's so many podcasts. Like everyone's been kind of reaching out and very excited about it.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
But yeah, not just podcasts, musicians, artists, people that want to actually be a part of a podcast or go on a podcast, or people that want to create a podcast. It's going to be a whole thing. So make sure to join us on May 12th at the Kimpton Harper. Again, that's a podcast and PBR. And then
That's because PBR is happening, right?
it's because we are going to have PBR there, and then also professional bull riding is going on at the same time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then just so y'all know, we're going to take next week off. We haven't taken any time off in a while, so we're going to take a week off. So, get used to it. Catch up on some of our shows, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. But yeah, that's also happening.
Also, Arts Goggle happens the week we come back. So,
Are you playing Arts Goggle? Hell yeah.
fucking A, man. Saturday?
Saturday, 5:00.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, we're there.
Oh,
100%.
Cotinga's playing. Arts Goggle too.
5 o'clock. I'm going to write
It's
that
gonna be
shit
a fun
down right
fucking
now.
weekend. So, what time? Okay, so you play. What time do you play?
5:00.
5 o'clock. Did I already tell you what stage you're gonna? Is there only one stage over there?
No, there's like an east and a west.
Yeah, they usually do one-on-one. Yeah.
Man, let me look. I'm just curious now. I just see something about that. I think it's we're on the same stage that Jacob Furr's playing on,
Okay.
and somebody else. I think on the other stage. What is his name? Russ Henry. What are they called? I forget.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have right now. My memory's not working all that great.
That's all right. Mine doesn't either.
Man, it's gonna
We
be
all
fun,
drink
though,
over
man.
the weekend, man. It's still Monday.
Maybe. So we'll probably ask this here. You will ask this in the Funky Five, but
Yeah, but catch us at Arts Goggle. Make sure that you catch Squeezebox Bandits at 5 o'clock. Also at Arts Goggle. You'll see us there because we're going to be watching them, listening. watching, not at a distant. We're just gonna be right up in your face, just like
I'm gonna be
sing me the
I'm gonna be
beautiful
kind of like
tunes.
behind a tree, just kind of like
creeping, around
creepy,
your-
like watching. Yeah,
Like, I think I've seen something like that. Oh, meme or something. Was it Michael Myers? Or
oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be straight up like that. Only I'm not gonna look scary. I'm just gonna look creepy.
He's going to be in his white face.
You already look pretty creepy.
You're
you.
already white enough, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not at my disposal for the reason I'm trying to pull up their information. But 5 o'clock for sure, 23rd over at that nice festival downtown.
Just
on
get
the
out there
south side.
and listen for the Squeezebox.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we'll make sure to put like your Instagram, your website, and also the Arts Goggle website in our description so everybody can catch it. So
Cool.
It's going to be a fun time, so everybody join us.
Yep. All right, time for sports with Javier.
And now, action sports with Javier. Take it away, Javier.
It'll be a quick one today. Abel, do you like sports like Kevin loves the Rangers? Do you love the Rangers also?
I do like the Rangers. I love the Cowboys.
There you
Good
go.
man. Smart man.
But I do like watching baseball. When I watch it, of course, it's the Rangers. Had some friends invite me out there, but didn't make it today.
Raspberries. Well, today was the home opener, so of course it was a big deal. A lot of our friends went, so good for them. But the Rangers lost 6-4 in extra innings to the Rockies in their home opener. They are currently 1-3, but I still have hope. I think with their youth, they're going to come up here later in the season. But I mean, they've been playing balls out. In these past 4 games. In other sports, Dallas Mavericks are heading to the playoffs this Saturday in a noon game. I think it's a noon game against the Utah Jazz, but they're going to be without Luka Doncic for a couple of games. He suffered a horrible calf strain yesterday.
He pulled
feel you, Luka.
He pulled a Chad.
He
I
pulled
feel
the
you,
Chad.
Luka.
He pulled the Chad. Chad called him. He's like, "Hey, don't do what I did." And what did he do? Did not stretch. So he got
Obviously,
hurt.
I'm just as athletic as Luca
Yeah,
is,
of
too.
course. Look at this.
So
Body
it's
of
a
a-
very similar situation we got
You
going
got
on
the
there.
body of a Greek god, and you're not even Greek. God.
Oh, God, you're not even Greek.
Luke
yeah.
is a long-time listener.
Yeah, of course.
He's gonna get a kick out of this one.
He's a first-time, long-time. So it's going to be kind of rough these first couple of games, but have a lot of faith in the first round. Again, we're going against the Utah Jazz noon. No word yet on Luka's status. They won't announce anything until before tip-off. But other than that, that's all I have for sports.
Hey, Javier, I have
Yeah.
a question for you.
Ask away, Chief.
So I listened to the ticket in the morning,
Boom. I'm a fan guy. I'm sorry. I'm a fan
but
guy.
they were talking about like LeBron coming to the Mavericks.
No.
Nah.
Like,
No, change the subject. Let's not talk about LeBron.
So that's a no. He's
It's
a hard
no.
no. He won't be coming.
I will not. I do not want.
And to quote how everybody said, "Not my president." That's how I feel about that whole situation. LeBron,
he's
not my
a
LeBron,
legend.
Not my
Like,
LeBron.
He's honestly in this era of basketball, it's the LeBron era. The last era was the Kobe era, and before that it was MJ. But I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to have to suffer through that. He said he's going to want to play for the team that his son plays for whenever he gets into the draft. So if the Mavs pick him up, well, I mean, Mark Cuban already said that he would not look into drafting Bronny, which is his son. Hey, Kevin, you jerk! The fan doesn't suck. God
Hey,
damn it!
He's Bronny? Like
Yeah,
as in
LeBron-
like the,
LeBron James Jr.
Okay, I'm like
Yeah.
Bronny, as in like the towels.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, no LeBron. Let's go Mavs. It's going to be great, interesting playoffs, but I have a lot of faith in the squad. So let's go Mavs.
Lou says, not happening. No way LeBron's coming to Dallas. He's the GOAT, but never come to the
Absolutely
DFW.
no.
Agreed.
I think now our market is expanding with Luka. I think that's putting us on the map. But LeBron he already said he wants to play with Steph Curry. Is what he one person he'd like on his team.
Yeah, but Steph wasn't really having that.
No, I mean
He
it's
said something about, yeah.
He's like, I mean, he's one of the greatest players of all time, but yeah, no.
He said, I'm good or something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, fam, I'm good.
well, it's kind of like LeBron's in his 19th year, right? And so, props to his he's still playing at balls out status. 30 points average with like 8 and 9 rebounds and steals. He's still doing great.
But he's starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. It's
There's a reason
there's
why-
not a whole much longer he can go.
Like I think this season was kind of like, well, you're not going to probably make the playoffs. You're going to maybe have a chance at the play-in for a chance to get into the playoffs. But after that, they were kind of counted out for that. He's like, hey, I'm done for the season. That's it. Which I respect the fact he wants to play with his son. But I mean, I don't think he's legendary in his own right. I'm not going to take that away from him. But
I mean, it's not like you can.
I just wish. I mean, I wish he stayed with Cleveland. I mean, I love the fact that I hated him when the Heat was here. He was with the Heat. But, I mean, dude.
Sorry I brought it up.
God damn it, start!
And that was Action Sports with Javier.
Thank you.
Thank you, Javier.
Oh, by the way, I listen to the fan too.
Yeah, who's your favorite?
Man, I like when Jeff left though.
He did leave.
And that kind of he was the show.
He absolutely was. He was the only, honestly, the only. I love Sean and RJ, and I listen to G Bag. I've been listening to G Bag for like 13 years.
That guy's voice is so annoying, but you get used to it.
You do.
You talking about Jeff Kavanaugh?
No,
Gavin Dawson.
Yeah,
okay.
Gavin Dawson.
Yeah. But yeah, I listened to them at when they were on the 7 a.m. show, or 7 p.m. show coming out when I worked in Arlington. But yeah, Jeff was the show.
Yeah,
absolutely. He's actually on 97 won the Eagle this week.
Yeah,
for 2 weeks actually. He's filling in for Christina.
Yeah. She left and went to what they said, Paris or something like that.
Like that.
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, that was the last time I listened to the fan. Whenever it was Jeff's last episode. But I mean,
well, check out the ticket.
No, I'm never going to check out the ticket.
I tried it. It's not bad, but this I'd rather listen to fan because I'm a Cowboy guy and that's what I talk about.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's annoying, I'm like, dude, come on.
Talk about Jerry's illegitimate daughter. What do you think about that? How do you feel about that?
I don't know, man.
But is it true? Do you think it's true?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a good chance.
Let's not say anything because we never know if they're going to invite him to play
Well, we found some stuff on YouTube.
You were on this podcast called the Funky Panther.
He's like, I don't recall.
No,
I just always leave it at. I don't
knew
recall.
It was you. You had them sunglasses and that Billy Bob's cap.
Oh, Jesus.
We get a message from Abel. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Jerry's like, hey, it's me, Jerry Jones. I want to let you know that I heard that stuff you said on Fan, but I forgive you. Here's some season tickets. Just
nice.
Be a believer. I've always wanted season tickets though. There's crazy expensive.
I think at one point back in when they were bad, but it was the early 2000s. You could get back in the day, we'd $100 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and a damn drink.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that's whenever it was during the Quincy Carter era.
Yeah,
before that,
but still at the old stadium.
Oh my God, I love those days though. That old stadium was old and dingy, and the bathrooms were shit. But goddamn, it had character.
Yeah.
Such great character.
And then they destroyed it. It caused earthquakes in Irving, and the Cowboys have not had a successful season yet. So,
well, they have.
I mean,
They've had successful seasons.
I'm sorry, kind of.
You have Patrick Creighton missing a catch, or you have that's it.
I heard
There's a lot of
they
heartbreak.
built the stadium on an ancient Indian burial ground.
That sounds about right.
I think that's what.
Stop.
All right. Anyways, moving on.
And now it's time for News with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, Abel, that was my real voice. So what?
I was like, where the hell is that coming from?
That was a request, right? It was a request. That was a comeback.
Did I just die? What the hell just happened?
So the only news that I've got, which isn't really the news that I brought to the table, someone just put in there and said, just go with it. Jack White marries musician Olivia Jean on stage. Surprise.
Yeah.
So he's playing in Detroit and proposed to her and then got married on stage. That'd be a cool experience, to be at a concert and have something like that. That's a memorable thing. You're never going to forget that as a concert goer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just imagine the divorce. Oh,
wait,
live divorce,
dude.
He's gonna have a live divorce at a show. I don't love you anymore, bitch. It's over.
The stage turns around. There's a judge there.
I got some papers right there on the stage. Here you go. You've been served.
What the hell?
This is a weird concert.
Here's my new wife.
Yeah. If I was at the concert, I'd be like, man, I didn't pay for this.
More music.
Get back to playing.
Yeah, I didn't. Do that on your own time. No.
I saw that he got married, but he proposed.
Yeah,
he proposed,
and then got married.
after.
I'm looking at this picture of him, and it's been a while since I've seen Jack White,
Yeah.
and I'm used to the long, dark hair, or whatever, and he's got blue with his really pale skin.
Right.
You think the carpet matches the pubes?
Yeah, I honestly, he probably just does the whole dye thing.
That
Yeah,
sounds about
I'm
right.
sure. Yeah, so that's it.
That's it. That's news with Tim.
That's news. That's news. Yeah, that's news to me. I wasn't planning on doing news tonight.
Okay, cool.
We haven't been doing that since.
No, Nah.
Yeah, since we've had guests on and whatever, we usually skip that. But whatever. It was in the notes, so might as well read it. Okay. I'll read anything in the notes, really.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
we gotta take advantage of that.
I didn't realize. I'm totally gonna do that.
Yeah. I'm like Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
That's how I felt about whenever you were like, yeah, we're taking off a week off, and I was like, yeah, go fuck yourselves. It's like, man.
Oh, he does own a bat store with Ian Kinsler over there in Dallas.
What?
Yeah, Jack White.
He does?
Yeah, he does.
He owns he owns a store there?
Yeah, he does.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Like baseball bats?
Yeah, baseball bats.
What? No, flying bats.
That was news.
There's a bat, like an animal store, and they specifically just have bats. And it's Jack White and Ian Kinsler.
That's weird.
That was news with
No, I
Kevin.
mean, that's weird, though, that why? I guess Jack White's a big baseball fan.
That was
I don't
Kevin.
know.
Kevin
and
reported that to us.
And that was news with our friend Kevin out in the field. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, let's wrap this up, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, do we need to play that music again?
No,
we're good. All right.
So you already know what it is. Nothing but illustrious guests over here at the Funky Panther. Today we have Abel Casillas from Squeezebox Bandits. Everybody give him a round of applause. There we go.
Why, thank you, gentlemen.
Again, what is up? How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. It's a Monday here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Absolutely.
I'm doing all right. I'm looking forward to the week coming up, and so I can't complain.
Good week. And then, well, it is going to have dirty storms tomorrow. I hear it's going to be
Dirty storms?
Dirty storms.
Dirty
storms are a mix of rain, hail, and maybe tornadoes.
Okay.
So,
That's what a dirty storm is.
that's what a dirty
Did you
storm
make that
is.
shit up?
Sure did.
Nice. I don't hate it.
I just imagine like nudie mags raining from the sky.
Dirty
We got the
storm.
dirty storms happening here in Fort Worth.
Yeah, but man, thanks for being here today. Again, it's such a great honor having you here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Love your music, and also we've seen you play at a lot of places. I think the first time I saw you play was over at Cowtown Brewing.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
Same.
first time I seen you
It was
play.
cold.
It was cold.
I
Oh,
remember
we were
that night.
there.
It was cold, yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. I've seen you before that.
Yeah, I'd seen him
But
before
that was,
that,
as a group, whenever we went, we saw him over there perform.
The most surprising place I saw you perform at was I stepped off a plane and you were at the airport. It was you and one other guy.
Oh, in
like
Love Field?
Yeah, Love Field, yeah. It was just like, I hear something familiar and I'm like, I recognize that song. And I step out, I'm looking around, I'm like, Squeezebox is playing at Love Field. This is fucking weird. I love it though. But it was just like completely caught off guard. You step out of a plane and you hear like basically like welcome to Fort Worth, or welcome to DFW.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember that day. It was like a Friday, I thought, and they paid you. Didn't really pay you much, but that when people were carrying money, they tipped a whole bunch, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Whoa,
fucking
okay."
A.
Hell yeah.
That's also they also have a Whataburger there at Love Field.
True.
So you step off the plane, it's like, here's your Texas meal, here's Squeezebox, enjoy, and go on about your business.
It is really cool. They've
Yeah.
got a stage there, right there in the middle of the airport.
Yeah.
Like, is it like forks off?
Yeah, I didn't know
awesome.
that. I didn't know that was a thing, and it just, like I said, it completely caught me off guard. But that's like one of the not one of the first times I heard y'all play, but
How was the sound there?
It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, they actually have an engineer, and he was pretty good, man. I was like, okay, surprisingly, just everything was perfectly, sometimes you can't find it. Well, lots of times you can't find it, but it was pretty good. Good times.
perfectly balanced. Could hear yourselves. Everybody could hear you. Yeah.
I really like that airport. Our friend Noel hooked me up with I didn't realize that this was a thing, but if you go to the Dallas Cowboys bar and just sit at the bar, they'll go behind I guess all of them share the same kitchen or something like that, and they'll go get your Whataburger or your Chick-fil-A or your pizza or whatever, and then bring it to the bar.
Really?
So you don't have to wait in line. You just sit there and drink a beer. They'll order the food for you and they'll bring it to you.
That's not a bad. I like
For
that,
your health.
I like that airport too, just because it's easy to get in and out of.
Oh yeah.
It's weird though, because it's like right in the middle of a neighborhood.
Right. Okay, something we generally do, Abel, when we have new guests on the show, we do a little something called Funky 5, where we just ask 5 fairly fast questions, and then just the first thing that comes to your head, just, answer. They're all pretty much local, so they should be, fairly easy. Are you from Fort Worth originally?
Born and raised, yes, sir.
Hell yeah. So, us too. So, very cool. So, most of them are local, so you should be able to get it.
So you're not a Knox City guy, like.
Well, my father, he lived there till he's about 20.
Okay,
And he moved to Fort Worth, and
gotcha.
but I still have a lot of family out in Knox City and Seymour.
Okay,
Very cool.
Whereabouts did you grow up in Fort Worth?
I actually grew up in Diamond Hill.
No kidding.
Yeah.
okay. So not far from here.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right, question number 1. What is your favorite Fort Worth restaurant as of right now?
Can we come back to that one? Can I phone a friend? No, I was kidding.
Well, here, I got one for you.
No, I think it would probably have to be Fred's, maybe one of them, because I like their burgers.
Yeah.
They're reopening Fred's right off Camp Bowie, right?
It's at the old Steak and Ale, which was then Buffalo West, and now it's going to be Fred's, yeah.
That's going to be a pretty cool location.
Yeah. It should have like a stage and all that stuff. It's going to be set up really nice.
Yeah, it sucks that they moved. That's another reason, like you said, talking about 7th. Everything's just changing over there.
Yeah.
I'm sure the rent's going up,
Well, they own that, and I mean, so they were the original, they were the first like thing in 7th other than like industrial buildings.
Oh, yeah.
And
so they owned it.
So they owned it. So
they made a lot of money on it.
Yes.
They made their nut.
They were probably they waited out until they made a ton of money. I'm sure. Is there still the one in Saginaw? The Fred's?
Yes, over there off Saginaw. It's north. It's right there, not too far from where I live. That's where I like to go. I got that cold. I like Sundays. I like the Coors Original.
Oh
yeah. And the schooner and the burger. Dang,
that's a good deal.
Frosty
Very
mugs.
delicious.
I used to live right off of Mark IV and Western
Center, yeah.
Yeah. Right back in that neighborhood. So we used to go there quite a bit too. Yeah, good spot.
Growing up, what was your favorite restaurant?
Pizza Hut.
Ooh, was it the old one where they had the buffet still?
I don't know if they had a buffet or not, but this is a while back. So
yeah, it probably was. And it had like but it was the old school building.
Yeah,
it had like the square top, and then looks like Yups because that's what Yups
but did
was.
you get your book it button so that you can get the free little personal pizza?
No.
I remember that. I didn't read enough books though for it.
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite drinking spot?
Favorite drinking spot? Somewhere in the stockyards, I guess. But nowadays it's hard to get in there to do anything.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. I really like the White Elephant.
Neon Moon used to be great.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Neon Moon was the spot, like back in the day.
Yeah,
you unlock it.
A lot of not underage.
PRs was like that too.
Oh yeah, PRs was another spot.
That's a bad place.
PRs get you in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
Saw a lot of fights.
There are a lot of drinking spots over there. We used to go to the basement bar.
Yeah,
over there.
Used to see Josh Weathers.
Before he became pretty big, and then also used to just go to the Riskies. We had a couple friends that worked over there, so we'd go visit them and get like cheap drinks and. Cool spot.
Have you hung out on
still there?
Yeah, it
is.
There.
Oh yeah,
Bucks is pretty good.
Bucks is fucking delicious.
Hell yeah!
Holy shit!
Cheers to Bucks.
I will drink to that. I will cheers to that. Cheers. Let's,
Well, they got the steaks and everything.
Ooh! Okay. Whoa. Ooh! Calmate.
Damn!
You get him excited.
Let me tell you about Bucks Cabaret.
Okay.
They got
no. Question number 3. What is your favorite local musician?
My favorite local musician.
Yes.
Man, I got a lot of those too.
That's good though. That's very good to have like a bunch of favorite local spots, drinking spots,
or
musicians.
I mean, you don't have to just pick one like your like all time favorite, but
here locally, I would say, like I like Chris Watson. He's real good. He's a friend of mine. He's very talented. I like to watch him play. I like to watch people that they really feel their instrument and they really feel what they're doing. Like they're putting a lot into it, and it's not just like reading off of an iPad kind of thing. Because that's like. I mean, I do that occasionally when someone wants to hear a song, but I would say Chris Watson, a friend of mine, Matt Hillier, the one that helped produce our new album. Mm-hmm. He's really talented, a good songwriter. There's a few, but it's I play so much though. It's like whenever I'm not playing, it's like I got to make family time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hear you.
Chris Watson's always a frequent player over there at Billy Bob's, right?
No, Chris Watson. He's
which one? Because I always see
he has Retrophonics.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Retrophonics is the band. So he plays, I think he's doing like a Sunday thing at Dogwood, I think.
Okay. When did they start doing live shows over there?
Well, they have the stage.
Yeah, I think it was probably shortly after they opened up.
Well, we were doing Tuesdays. They were trying to promote Tuesdays. They had us on a residency.
Oh,
and,
okay.
It was a little... There wasn't hardly anybody there. I try to promote it, but Tuesday's a hard day to get somebody out. So if they'd have maybe bust out with like a Taco Tuesday or something, maybe.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they're doing that now. I don't know. But good folks over there.
Do you listen to any podcasts?
Man, I honestly, my cousin Kevin turned me on to a couple. I've heard some, but I did kind of check y'all's out before coming, and I'm glad to be here.
Okay, cool. So you don't have a favorite podcast?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, I do now.
Damn fucking right.
It's
All
like
right.
hit or miss. Let me tell you. Let me suggest one that might be right up your alley. It's called Come Town. It's pretty fucking funny. Those guys are kind of out there.
Kevin, if you're watching this, you should check that out.
Kevin,
It's a super raunchy podcast,
Yeah.
but our buddy Mikey, who was on a show not too long ago, put us on it, and it's pretty funny. But it's very like
Come town.
come to like come
Yeah, man.
like you would assume it would
like
be.
semen,
Yeah.
like jizz.
Okay, we get it. Stop.
Hold on, can you tell me again?
What was that?
I wasn't sure.
I mean, I thought we were bad, but it's like 3 Javiers. It's like 3 of this dude, and it's just bad. The
3 of
entire-
me
it's
binge
bad.
drinking during the show and just like saying whatever.
What did I just say? Oh shit!
They have a purposeful, like a beep, like a sensor beep noise, but they don't say the words, but you know what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
All right, last question.
I was going to say real quick.
Okay.
On top of that one, the Boogie Monster podcast.
I've never heard of that.
Check
one.
it out. It's a couple comedians. It's
Okay.
pretty good though. All right. Anyways, proceed.
Last question. What is your favorite all-time movie that you can watch 1,000 times and never get old?
La Bamba.
Oh man, I watched that not too long ago.
Richie!
That's a great one. That's a
That was
great
a good one.
Cool. And that concludes the Funky Five. You did it.
That's
Congratulations.
a young Lou Diamond Phillips there.
Yeah.
It was,
Yes, sir.
absolutely.
Yeah, very young.
It was his first movie, I think, right?
I think it probably was.
Yeah.
And then he didn't do anything after that.
Talk
He
about
did Stand and Deliver,
Oh
right?
yeah, there you go. That was a good movie.
and then
He's all
he
bought
was
that
in
out.
Longmire. That was probably like the most recent thing that he did and was main character
He's
in it.
sprinkled out like
Yeah.
in a couple of shows and movies. So what else was he? I'm
He
trying
made
to think
enough
of what
money.
else.
He's just, hanging out.
That boy is Richie. You can't tell me otherwise. Like forever Richie. R.I.P. Richie Valens. No, actually, I have a question.
Oh,
what
man,
was
there
your
it goes.
What was your first alcoholic drink, and how old were you?
Oh wow.
What the hell?
Because being like
This is the
Latino,
Javier first.
Oh,
That's a good question.
Okay.
Here it is, being Latino, as he says.
I think maybe when I was little, I don't remember how old. I remember my dad's, hey, can you give me a beer out of the refrigerator? I was like, okay, so I got it. And he gave me the old one to throw away, and I tasted it. That's what I can remember. I don't know what it was. Coors Original.
Yeah.
nice.
Probably like 9 or 10 maybe. But I didn't have a beer. But
Yeah.
I think the first time actually, it was like maybe in the 8th grade or something. I had a Coors Light Quart and what's that? Old Slits.
Schlitz, yeah.
With the
Malt liquor?
Slits malt liquor with the blue,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't even think that's a thing anymore.
No,
but
it's not. nuh-uh.
Wow.
God, dog. Was that your first official drinking?
yeah, that was
drink?
like maybe 13, 14.
Those are good memories. I think. I like to think that. I mean, especially
Are they?
Yeah, that's where it all fell.
Dude,
Absolutely.
I've got some bad memories from early drinking.
Well, because I say whenever you have your first drink, whenever your dad's like, "Here, have a sip," and it's kind of like when your dad's at a cookout and he's like, "Here's a piece of meat," or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and Christmas, and one of my aunts brought a bottle of wine or something, or won it in one of our gift exchange things or something. And they opened it up, and so I got to taste a little bit of it. And
Gross.
I remember tasting a little bit of this wine, and then of course afterwards, I'm drunk, whatever, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just took a
Right.
smallest swig of alcohol. That
Yeah.
was I think my earliest memory of that. But man, talking about 13, 14-year-old drinking. 15, 16.
That's a new question in the Funky Five.
Yeah, that's terrible. I have bad
What was
memories
your-
of that. I have bad memories from those days.
I like that question. That's not a bad
Yeah.
question. Sorry, do you remember your first drink?
Probably College Station.
Yeah, I would think probably so. Yeah. Yeah.
Stark was a late bloomer.
Yes.
I had
very.
an aunt when I was very much younger. I don't know. I had to been 10, 11. And she did the whole thing. It's like, oh, taste it to see if you like it. And of course, you fucking hate it. It's just garbage. And it was it was a bad beer. I
thought you could. No, but I loved it.
No,
Yeah.
it was like Budweiser or something like that. And at the time, you're a kid. You expect something sweet and something different, and it's not. And I was like, this is garbage. I'm never drinking beer again. She's like, that's what I thought. And I was like, what? Yeah, that was my first experience.
20 years later, you're like, "Oh fuck, I love this stuff."
I love all of this shit.
So what's your regular beer to drink now?
I'll go with Miller Lite.
Yeah?
Yeah, I drink Miller Lite. That's my go-to, or Coors Original or Lone Star Light.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm a beer fan. As long as it's not Budweiser, Bud Light, or Coors Light, I'm definitely gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
How about local draft or craft beer? Your Rars, Maple Branch, Martin House.
if I buy anything, it's a lot of times that damn pickle beer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on.
Martin House Best Made.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like a lot of the Wild Acres. Like I'll drink a IPA sometimes, and I'll buy that. It's called what's it called? It's in a red can.
Oh shit. I know what you're talking about.
Dadgum.
No, that's
Oh, that's
Old
Old
Roar.
Roar. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not the Billy Jenkins one.
no, I like Billy Jenkins too, but
Billy Jenkins is like their Bach or something like
Yeah,
that.
I know what you're talking about.
it's and that's pretty tasty one. But
They've got
it'll
some
get you
good
there
beer.
real quick.
Yeah.
T-Hawk.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's how
Tarantula
that's how I feel about what's it called, hot fusion beers. Like they're tasty and they'll get you there real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, I like their beer too. Like they got a kind of like a blue moon.
Oh yeah,
Orange blossom something.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah,
that one's
one's
good.
awesome. Their Tejano lager is really, really good too.
Yeah.
At Hot Fusion.
Don't you have you need to have a beer? I think y'all are due for having your own beer.
Well, I got a friend that works in Middle Light, and I'm just really trying to push the right buttons, say the right things. Hopefully,
Just start big.
Yeah.
You're like,
Why
no,
not,
craft
right?
beers, nah. Let's go straight to Miller. Let's
Yeah.
get this shit done.
Why not?
Well, Tom over at Visit Fort Worth.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I was talking to him one day. We were all doing some day drinking over at the Post, and
Oh, nice.
he was telling me that he had kind of talked to a Lone Star Light or something like that. And I was like, well, let me know. I just haven't followed up. It's a good question. I mean, I'll do Lone Star Light too.
Hell yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
I gotta be. It's got to be a beer that I like. You know,
Yeah.
I want to sit there on stage and drink something I don't like.
Oh,
True,
yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, so we know you're from Fort Worth, but we don't know your whole backstory. Tell us a little about yourself. Like, growing up, how'd you get into music? How'd you get into playing the music that you play? Just tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm Abel Casillas from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And a little bit about me. I did grow up in Diamond Hill, and it's funny that I guess I was about 16, and I realized that I really took an interest in the accordion, and I would go to like quinceañeras and weddings, and there would be like a couple of bands that they were like popular, bands, and the guy would be playing the accordion. There was a couple of different ones, and I don't know, man, it just really struck me like, man, I'd just sitting there watching him. I'd like, how's he doing that? But then I just ended up getting my own accordion. I worked a summer and got one, and so I started playing accordion at 16, and just kept doing it. But I was doing a lot of Tejano music.
Yeah.
And I grew up seeing my dad. Well, he mentioned Knox City. I mean, it's country as hell out there.
Yeah.
And he was real country, and he liked all the old country. And I remember listening to it when I was a kid. And of course, the Tejano stuff like Little Joe and La Familia, and all these oldie but goodies, Ramon Ayala and stuff like that. And just later on, I started thinking, man, we were doing like maybe one gig a month, the Tejano band.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm done with it. I don't want to play anymore. And when I thought that, I started thinking like, man, I like country music a lot. I mean, like, why don't you try to change it up? So that's what I did. Just kind of listen to the music that I wanted to learn, and basically it was like a steel guitar or fiddle or something. And I'm just kind of mimicking that,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just said, man, I'm going to start singing. A buddy of mine, Adrian Garza, I don't know if you know who Adrian Garza is, but he's a musician in town. He hit me up one day. He goes, dude, you should really start singing. And I said, yeah, I've been thinking I want to start singing. And, I did choir in college and high school, but I don't know. I just put it together, and just before I knew it, I had about, 20, 30 songs learned.
Dang. Yeah.
And I memorized them. And then back then, I remember I had, there was a guy, Vincent Saldivar. He was in the band when we first started, and he sang about 10 songs. We kind of split it a little bit. But now, I'm doing it full time, and, I'm doing it as this is what I do for a living. Mm-hmm. I'm fortunate, and Fort Worth has been, they, embraced what we're doing, and, it's a good feeling, man. You go somewhere, my wife laughs. She always like, we go somewhere and say, hey, Abel, what's going on? Like, people out of nowhere. How do they know you? Well, I mean, you play 4 to 6 times. I've been playing 4 to 6 times since 2017, a week,
Yeah.
So, I mean, people are going to see me.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's signature, right? Your hat and your glasses.
yeah, cowboy hat. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of a little bit about me. I'm just every day is an adventure. You don't know what's going to happen. It's by the seat of your pants. It's a little bit about me. I mean,
what came first, the choir or you? First off, I guess, were you self-taught on the accordion?
No, I actually I got lessons.
Okay.
I had lessons for about a year.
Okay.
And the teacher in high school really kind of opened my mind to the keyboard, the piano, excuse me. So I learned a lot of theory, and I kind of put it all together. So, but
I imagine like the accordion's like not an instrument that would be easy just to like self-teach, because there's a lot of moving parts with it, and I only know like a little bit from watching and observing or whatever. But I mean, so actually squeezing it's producing the air movement, right?
Yeah.
But then you've got keys on one side, you got buttons on the other side. Yeah. I mean, how does that like kind of give us a crash course on?
Well, the accordion that I play, it is all buttons.
Okay.
And it's optional. Like the style that I play, I don't really hit the bass notes. I do sometimes mess around with them, but you pull it, you push it, pull it, push it. And it's cool though. This particular instrument, it's kind of like a harmonica. You ever hear somebody with a harmonica? It's one sound in, one sound out.
Right.
It's different.
Right.
So, I mean, you just get it on, put the straps on, just start playing it. It was really hard to start learning, though. I'll tell you that. But nowadays, it's but you do something so long, you get good at it. And I feel like I've gotten pretty good at it.
It's like second nature now, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, not to mention, you got that going, and then on top of that, you're trying to sing and everything. I mean, there's you got a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts.
So I'm sure that didn't like you were saying like think about singing. I'm sure that took a little bit of extra effort, or were you pretty much like?
No, it took a lot.
Yeah.
Like it took, and then I'll tell you this because my wife, she's she supports me as far as me doing music and everything like that. But I remember one time I was practicing a song, and man, I sounded just like shit. She's like, you don't sound. she's like. You need to keep practicing, and like I felt like it was good, but you just got to keep going and going and going and going, and like now it's like, you sing pretty good. I didn't sing like that. I was like, well, you told me I couldn't sing before. Now you gave me that inspiration just to keep working harder.
I'll prove you wrong.
That honesty, though, you need that. Right?
Yeah. You can't be fluff,
No, well, you don't want to get up on stage and be like thinking that you're.
My wife said I was so good.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and then you're not getting
wrong.
You're not getting residencies, and no one wants to come listen to you.
Yeah, people like this. Can y'all turn down a little bit?
Thank you.
But your voice, though, you got a really great voice for like. It's very multitasking, talented.
Thank you.
Going in from like playing like Guacamole, and then going into one of like a Tejano number, and it's just like that flawless change. It's impressive.
Yeah, I really owe it to the band. Like I've been fortunate. Like Oscar Dea, I've known him for a long time. He's got his own band. Y'all check that out. It's called ALG band. They're instrumental rock. It's real good. But I've been playing with him with a bunch of different other bands, and then I needed a bass player, and he was available. And I'm just lucky he's been with me since like for 5 years. And the new guitar player. Well, he's not new no more. He's been in the band. He's been in the band like 3 years. But the guy that replaced Vincent, his name's Jeff West. That guy is a beast on the guitar. So when you play with musicians like like I say, these many gigs a week, it's like we don't even really get a chance to practice. Like we're working with this new drummer, and we just really haven't had a chance to practice because we play so much. You know? So it wasn't easy starting out, but now it's coming too. It's like my hard work is slowly paying off.
Absolutely. So how did Squeezebox Bandits, how did you form? Because you got members that have been 3 years, 5 years, obviously you forever, and then a new drummer. But when did the band actually start forming?
Man, I think that's a good question. Somebody asked me that, and literally I actually had I started like a duo thing with another guy. I'd rather not mention his name. No, I was kidding.
We don't talk about him.
Yeah. Man, his name was Rick. Yeah. And
Rick Asley? I know all about that guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic. But no, so we started like in 2015, but I wasn't singing. I was just playing the accordion. He was singing, and he sang pretty good. I thought he sang pretty good, but he told me, what did he tell me? He goes, "Hey man, I don't really like the name Squeezebox Bandits. We got to make it my name and this and that." I was like, dude, See ya. Here's your $100 for that gig. Once you scram, you know.
What's he doing these days?
You know, I seen him at the arts festival walking around with his wife. I didn't say hi to him or nothing.
Oh, okay.
But
not playing like you are 4 to 6 times a week.
I don't even know what he's doing.
Interesting.
That's good. I mean, hey, that's kind of, I don't like the name. Well,
Okay. Sorry.
you don't got to be
See
here.
you later.
But you had a vision, it sounds like, right?
Yeah, you know, I did. And, you know, I was just like, let's do this. Let's do this country thing. Let me do it, you know, and it's, you know, I had a vision. That's the guys in the band. They see my vision and, you know, they do a hell of a job, kick ass. But, you know, you live and learn.
So you didn't start off singing. You started off like playing the accordion.
I didn't start off singing. Like I was that person that was singing in the car and trying to sing the key that you know, you're just screaming, you sound like shit, you know. I learned and figured out that when I was playing the piano, I figured out how to transpose to make it fit me. So that's what I do. Like, you know, y'all seen the show a few times. You realize I play somebody's song, but I've changed it up with the accordion, then I change it up singing it too. You know, I don't really like to sound like anybody, so that's why I kind of developed my own sound.
Which, like, actually is a good lead up to what I want to ask next. Like, who I don't like asking who do you attribute your sound to, because like how you're saying you found your own sound. So like, not to say that who you modeled maybe after the way your style of play, or like how you sing, like, is there any like outside influence?
Like who influenced you? Let's ask it like that.
Well, there you go. That's a good question. Now you put it that way.
Yeah. Who are some of your influences?
Well, on the accordion, it's got to be Stefano Rodan, Steve Jordan. If I ever want to check something out, go down that wormhole and just hear some good, like, crazy style playing. You'd be surprised. He's dead now, but he was definitely one of the first that I really, really enjoyed listening to. Then Ramon Ayala, and I like David Lee Garza, but they don't play country, you know. So I guess there's a lot of like country steel players and fiddle players that, you know, I've kind of listened to over the years and learned that stuff too. But it was a singer, George Strait.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember. I was I mean, I'm probably a little older than y'all, but I remember back in the day they had that City Streets where y'all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that they had the karaoke room?
Yes.
So I'd go in the karaoke room and I'll be like, the one song I sing, right or wrong, I'll always love you. And everyone's like, dude, this guy can sing really good. I just learned that one song.
Everyone's got their one song.
Yeah. Are you going to do that song again? Yeah.
Every week. Oh, it's that guy again.
Oh,
So
here he
what's gonna
comes.
sing?
Oh, the list is full, sir.
So that kind of leads up to this other question. I mean, y'all are you are country, but it's not like the normal country that you would listen to on, you know, 96.3 or something like that. So, I mean, would you consider yourself country, or would you consider yourself like another? I mean, how would you consider your style, I guess?
Well, we're not new country,
right?
We're like what we call is honky tonk country.
Okay.
With a Tex-Mex honky tonk, basically, you know, because we do a lot of that old, you know, the old style, not the stuff with the fake drums and
right. So a little bit of outlaw,
yeah, a little outlaw.
Yeah.
So it's funny you mentioned that. I'm supposed to do. We're having an album release party, and I got in good with the guy at the ranch, so he's gonna start playing our music, hopefully
nice.
on a normal basis.
Very cool.
So,
But people can request. It's requested on the ranch, right?
yeah, they can request it.
That's one thing I like about like 95.9 the ranch, is that they do play. It's not just your Nashville country, which I'm sorry, it's not my favorite thing. You know, I like country, but I like the old stuff. I like that kind of raw sound. Like the Tyler Childers and what's his name? Coulter Wall. Have you listen to him?
Coulter Wall, he's real good.
But just that kind of like that more darker sound or whatever, you know, what you consider outlaw music. And then like you listen to y'all and you've got that, I mean, there's obvious a huge Tejano influence into it, especially with the accordion. And now that you mentioned that you kind of mimic some like the, you know, if there's a steel guitar or like a fiddle, you know, but you're kind of replacing with that accordion, I can actually hear it now. Whereas before I didn't even put two and two together. So that's
makes
really
sense.
neat. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a fun time.
So, what was your first concert where you actually went to a music concert, right? Not yourself, and you were like, "Man, I want to do this." Can you think of a time where you went to a concert and you're like, "Man, I just want to get on stage and be able to perform like this person"?
Well, I guess it goes back to whenever I was younger. I was like 16 or 17. I'd wanted to do that. Like, it's funny. My sister, she's married to my brother-in-law Abel. It's funny. I got a brother-in-law.
Oh no, shit!
Yeah. And
That's not confusing,
Different
but
last name, though.
I'm still Abel number one.
There we go.
Of course.
But no, his brother-in-law, he had a band called El Dorado, and they played a lot. And that's a band I used to see a lot. And back then, I was very persistent. I was like, "Hey man, can I play? Can I come on stage and play?" I was already on the stage one time playing his accordion. He's like, "Hey man, we don't know any of the songs." He was cool, but not cool. He realized I was
Wanted to be
young.
cool, yeah.
He's like, but I remember there was an accordion player that did let me play. He was name was Richard Cantu. He used to play with a few different bands, but I think I was about 16, 17 out.
Do you remember like the first band, you ever saw? Like,
that I ever saw?
Like the first concert, like the actual big concert you went to?
Like a concert.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't really ever go to concerts, but no, when I was young, I just did a lot of concerts. Man, I don't know. That's a good question, but there was a lot that I played at, and I was on the underbill, and then they had like Jay Perez and David Lee Garza, like those guys.
Those are legends.
Yeah,
You played on the underbill?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We did a lot of those. The Honolulu wise.
So like apart from like the music you play, like what's your favorite genre of music?
Man, I would say it's gonna be country, old country, and then it's Tejano too. I still listen to Tejano. I was listening to that the other day. It just brings back old memories.
Did you ever go to Guys and Dolls? Like,
yeah. I played
That was
there a few times.
Really?
Yeah. I was in a pretty popular band back in the day. We were called Grupo Sueño out of Dallas. We won at the Honolulu Music Award and a couple. Well, this
really?
one, yeah. We were pretty we were pretty good, but there was hardly anywhere to play. So. But I remember there. We played there a few times.
What was that? The club over there by Billy Bob's. Shit.
The Honolulu Rodeo.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it got shut down, opened back up. That was fun. I had a fake ID back then.
Well, my parents used to take me out to Guys and Dolls or like OK Corral.
Is Guys and Dolls the one that's like was off of 35 or whatever?
Yeah.
By Felix or something.
That's right. And then OK Corral, I think that's shut down. They were running too much coke out of there.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that because is that guy still out there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he's still in jail.
Yeah, he might be still in jail.
So you've been playing music for a while now. You've been around DFW for a while now. What would you say is your favorite venue you've ever played at?
Billy Bob's.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, we're playing there for our Cinco de Mayo release party on the 5th.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to see you out there.
Well, we'll be there for that.
Which that brings up this other question or whatever. You got a new album that's coming out.
Yeah, new album coming out. I was on the phone with the record label. We did a Zoom call. It's like 2 hours long, talking about it. But yeah, we're gonna do is the 29th. We're gonna do that this month. Do the interview with Shane Hollinger on the 5th, the actual day. So it's the hard release, digital release is gonna be the 5th of Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
So can people go on it's gonna be on all streaming platforms?
Yeah.
Right. So if we wanted to, we could go on there and basically pre-save it or whatever, and it'll download as soon as it releases or that kind of thing. Or
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was talking with one of the girls that works at State Fair. She said that they're going to have a link so you can pre-save it or pre-buy it or whatever.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
But that'll come in a couple of days. That's a good thing to know, right?
Yeah, that way we could go ahead and post that on the show notes and all that stuff whenever we promote the episode.
How many times have you played at Billy Bob's?
Twice.
So this will be your third time?
Yeah, third time.
Nice.
But see, we were on the honky tonk stage, that little front stage.
Yeah.
Before the
Yeah. So this is like this.
Oh,
the
you're on
main-
the big
yeah.
stage.
No, we're going to be on the small one again.
Okay.
But it's going to be us.
You got me all hyped up. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know.
Still, though, it's Billy Bob's. Come on.
I was hoping that we'd sell that thing out to be on the big stage, but I hadn't heard anything from Billy Bob's. That's not happening.
Is that how it works? The more tickets you sell, you can get pushed back into that big stage?
I was crossing my fingers.
All right, you heard it, everybody. We need everyone to show up to the Billy Bob's concert. We're going to make sure to add the tickets, the ticket link here on the description. Buy your tickets. We're going to be going. It'll be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to it. Like I really am like hardcore.
So playing at Billy Bob's, I mean, is it more of just because? It's Billy Bob's. Is that like what does it for you, or is there something like special about that venue that just?
You know, it's like this. Someone asked me this a while back, and it's exciting because getting into the country music and the accordion, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of folks like, man, what is he doing? We've had a lot of people like that. They already judging, you know, and they hear the band like, oh, wow, they sound country as hell. And it's just being recognized as a country band with an accordion and being in Billy Bob's, to me, it means a lot.
Right.
Know? It's just kind of, being from Fort Worth, you pass by Billy Bob's, and man, like, I want to play there one day.
Well, I mean, Billy Bob's.
Oh, Billy Bog.
Billy Bob's is what billed as like the world's largest honky tonk. I mean, people. It's weird to think this because being from Fort Worth, you don't ever think about people like flocking to the stockyards. You don't think of people flocking to Billy Bob's because
we do. What are you talking about?
I guess okay. I think I just put a little bit more of like. It's something I see all the time, so it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
But then you start thinking about like, no, people come from all over the place to come to the stockyards. They come from all over the place to go to Billy Bob's. And you've got all these awesome bands that have come through. And now, I mean, you've shared the stage that others, other greats have come through and have played there. So I get it. Like that makes total sense to just, Billy Bob's is kind of like the ultimate, especially here in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Is there any place that you would want to play that you haven't played yet? Not necessarily here in DFW. Like
there's so many places that I want to play that I haven't played yet. I think, showing that we're playing at Billy Bob's, people seeing that, it's opened a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Like at some point, the places that I want to play, I will play. It's just going to be a minute, but I'll get there. But there's a few, like there's Kane's Ballroom I want to play. There's places down in San Antonio I want to play. Cowboys. Luckily we've played at Lukenbach, I don't know, a bunch of times.
That's cool.
That's a lot of fun.
Have you ever played at was it Green Hall?
Green Hall.
There's another one. The lady. If you're listening, write me back, please.
Hey,
I mean business.
We'll send this down to. We'll cut that clip out. We'll just send it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag her.
Her name's Tracy, by the way. So if you look her up now,
Tracy, longtime listener of the Funky Panther.
Yeah, but those are places. Yes, I would love to play. I'm fortunate we played a lot of places, but those right now just kind of stick out.
That's kind of a big deal to play at Lukenbach, though. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you think of Willie Whalen and the boys.
yeah.
and it's like here, you go to the stockyards.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Right.
It's all tourists, and they want to hear Lukenbach. They're like, are you going to play Lukenbach? I was like, of course I'm going to play Lukenbach. The first time I played there, they were like, the guy's like, dude, let's not play Lukenbach, man. Come on, dude. We're going to play Lukenbach?
No,
It's like,
you have to.
yeah. It's like, do you see all that money going in that tip bucket there? I'll play that thing 3 times, once each set.
What's the
Money and money.
What's the rite of passage place to play at? Like, what was the show where you're like, well, we're finally here. We made it. Because I know you got like you're fucking fantastic right now, but like, what was the show where you're like, hey, this is getting serious now?
Man, I think the first time playing Lukenbach.
Yeah?
I mean, they finally wrote me back. And I just felt like, damn, we're playing Lukenbach, man. This is badass. But there's a couple of those moments, though. I think Billy Bob's, too, that felt like that, Mm-hmm. There's a lot of, like, I like some of the little bigger venues here in town, like Lava Cantina. That's real nice.
Yeah, the one in Irving.
It's in no, I'm sorry. It's in
Frisco.
No, it's in
Just saying cities.
Africa.
no, I'm sorry, man. I had a brain fart there. That's
Well, he doesn't
Colony.
obviously know.
Colony. That's what it was. Yeah.
yeah, the Colony, and we're
5805 Grandscape Boulevard, the Colony, Texas.
Yes.
Nailed
there
it.
you go.
Thank you, Stark.
And I played for I didn't play with my band, but we have a band that's State Fair Records All-Star Band.
Yes.
And we played for the Dallas Cowboys for a Christmas party. That was pretty cool. And the guy from Old 97s was there, the singer. He was we backed him up, and
Oh man.
that was fun. I mean, there's a bunch that I can say, but it's good to to still, be going and going and going and going. And just there's going to be a point where hopefully I don't have to play so many gigs, but I still get the same kind of money. Do like one gig, once a week, twice a week. Oh, we're gonna fly to LA for a gig, and then we'll be back on Monday.
So talking about gigs, obviously Billy Bob's on Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be huge. That's going to be awesome. Again, we're definitely going to be there.
Cool.
And that's like during the week too, right?
It's a Thursday.
Hell yeah.
So go ahead and call in on Friday, or just let your boss know.
It's going to be a thirsty Thursday
Yes,
/
it
Cinco de
is.
Mayo.
Go ahead and call an Uber ahead of time. So
You might as well do it now.
yeah.
Can you schedule that far in advance?
You can.
Yeah.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, right?
Go ahead and call out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and then
be-
also get an Uber.
I'm gonna be trash this day,
Oh, you're going to see the Squeezebox Bandits over there at Billy Bob's, are you?
sir. That's a month away. Yeah, I already know. I'm
That's
gonna
when
be
you see your
done.
boss at Billy Bob's. Like, you too?
I'm being a responsible one here. I have to ask for permission. Hey, so before you ask your question, I want to know where the Squeezebox Bandits name came from.
Squeezebox Bandits name came. Me and my cousin were tossing around Mr. Kevin Casillas. We were tossing it around, and
We know him.
yeah. We came up with it. He had a good idea, and we all put it together, and now it's registered to the Squeezebox Bandits LLC.
Woo! Very cool. Squeezebox,
Well, you get that-
obviously, also another word for an accordion, right?
You get that from what's it called? The Rolling Stones had that song, and I can't remember. But Mama played the Squeezebox or whatever.
Yeah, and that song, man, I promise you, that song at least it's asked for at least once or twice a month, maybe 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, it's ones that I just haven't learned, and it's not a hard song. It's not. It's change the key of the song, and there you go. But you know what? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna listen on the Spotify all the way home on repeat.
And we'll hear to Billy Bob's. No.
Yeah, we told him about that song.
But so you've got. I mean, did you start off doing a lot of like tributes or covers or whatever you want to call them early on, and then started developing your own songs? Or
man, I took a. I don't know what I started doing. It's like I just picked up those old songs that were easy to learn, like the Hank Williams, "Hey, good looking, what you got?" Stuff like that. Stuff that was a crowd pleaser. That's the thing. Like I was looking at our set list, and they're all the old hits. Like I don't get in that, that B side thing. It's all A side.
Yeah. Well, that's what's going to make the money.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, you got to think of what is the crowd going to like kind of deal.
And everyone's going to have a good time. You want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah.
That's the whole deal.
Yeah.
So other than Billy Bob's, what other shows do you have coming up that the people need to know about?
Good question.
Obviously, you did say Arts Goggles, so that's going to be 2 Saturdays from now. So that's going to be on the 23rd, 5 p.m. And then Cinco de Mayo at Billy Bob's. And you did say you play like 4 to 6 times a week. So, like, I feel like y'all are always playing.
Yeah, we are. We really are.
It's kind of hard to keep track of, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
As like people that are listening, I'm like, where are they? Wait, where are they? Yeah.
Do you question? Do you all do bands in town?
Yeah, I do.
Bands.
Oh, the app?
Yeah, the app. We're on there.
Okay.
Oh,
And
very cool.
that's how I look at my shows. Like, we're
look
playing
real
at
quick.
bands, and we're playing.
He's
over
got
here.
alerts on his phone just for his own shows.
Right. Let me see when my favorite band, Squeezebox Bandits, is playing in town.
Well, what you call it? We have a pretty big show actually coming up. And that same day we're playing at the Arts Goggle thing. We're playing over at night over in McKinney at Hank's Texas Grill. It's a pretty big bar, pretty big venue. We haven't played there before, so I'm pretty excited about that. The guy reached out to me, compiled this, email, and he finally took the bait.
See, that's the deal. It's like a lot of times musicians, they'll play the one show and then it's like, oh, let's hang out with him and see what he's doing. Let's grab a beer or whatever. And you're gone on to another show already. Like you were playing at South by and you were gone. It's like, where'd he go?
I doubled up on my drink tickets. As soon as I was done with all my drinks, I left.
Smart man.
Man, y'all play a lot. Yeah, I'll have to.
So let's check this out. So Wednesday, everybody, I see that you like whiskey. I'm actually playing a show this Wednesday at the TX Distillery.
Ooh,
and
okay.
It's going to be a duo, but it's fun.
The Whiskey Ranch, right?
Whiskey
the actual
Ranch.
man, that place is beautiful too.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a while, so that's a good call.
Yeah, I just pulled up bands in town. Looks like you're going to be playing the Kessler Theater.
Yeah, Kessler.
Dude, that's a cool venue too.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Y'all should come to that one too. How about we all come? I'll come. I'll bring if I had a van, I'd bring it over and pick y'all up, and you can all go.
It'll be fun. We can drink while we're getting on the.
Sounds
on
like
the
a
way.
damn plan.
Oh hell yeah!
You know, that's what I should probably do. I'm thinking, man, I need to get a van for the band. Get a van. And then I could do stuff on the side. Hey, y'all want to go downtown Dallas? I'll drive y'all.
All right, look,
yeah.
I had this idea.
Okay.
So just running a bus. I think we've all talked about this. Running a bus from TCU.
No, it's running a train. You're talking about
No.
no.
running a bus from TCU to West 7th, right? It runs only a certain, we're going to run one route, right?
Yep.
And when you get there, you got a cooler. Before they get on the bus, they pregame, they do shotgun a beer, do a shot or whatever, get on the bus, you drive them down, let them off.
Chug a beer, do a shot, do a bump, do a toke.
Whoa, no,
Whatever, yeah, within reason, right?
This thing's gonna be shut down before it even starts.
All we need is one good run. I'm telling you, and you just make that run. You just back and forth from TCU to West 7th, right? And you do that motto, like you're gonna do a shotgun a beer, get on the bus, right?
Yeah.
And you charge like X amount of dollars per person. I guarantee you they're gonna stop using Uber. They're gonna jump on that because they're getting a shotgun a beer.
All right, Tim, I'm gonna need you to shut up.
So y'all do it with Kevin. Kevin picks up the fans, and then y'all have sample tastings of whiskey and beer on the bus, and then take y'all to the show, and then they enjoy it, and we have a blast, and we get hammered.
It also
and then you just drive.
it also
back.
reminds me of like the buses that would run from like
Yeah, I like
Fort
that
to the
idea.
casinos or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just taking a bunch of old people.
Oh yeah.
Load up on the bus, drive to the
Shuttle,
casino. Yeah.
oxygen tank right there.
So on Cinco de Mayo, that's your launch party for the new album. What's the new album called?
It's called Check to Check.
Check to Check.
Yeah, I wrote it I wrote most of the song. Actually, I wrote it, but then I realized that I needed some help on it. So Matt Hillier, the gentleman I was talking about earlier, he helped us. He helped me with a couple of little lyric things. They could change one word in the song, and then that's a co-write.
Transform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of our buddies, Dustin, was telling us about that. Dustin Massey, and who was it that
Joey Green.
Yeah,
he
he's like,
helped him with one of his songs.
and it just completely he's like, I'm having a hard time with like this hook or whatever. And Joey sat down and like wrote something out, and he's like, all right, that's it,
Yeah.
and it just like totally made the song.
Yeah.
So do y'all do something special before y'all go on stage? Like, what do y'all do? Like,
Hold on, we're talking about the album. Why can't you just stick to one thing?
you know me. I got
Hey,
to
I got something
one
to say
thing.
real quick. You said Joey Green. He played after us over at the Arts Festival, right?
Yeah.
So the lady, she paid me, and I was in the hall. I was ready to haul ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I look up in the morning and go deposit in the bank. Joseph Green, Cleburne, Texas. Like, what the hell? This guy, I got this
my
guy's
God.
check. So I don't have his number. So we got in contact, and I went and got my check. And he was over at Magnolia Motor Lounge like
Yeah.
at 4:00 already.
Yeah.
Nah.
Were they the same amount? Did you just need to keep his?
I need you to endorse this to me now.
Right.
Yeah, man. Surprisingly, our checks were the same amount.
Nice.
That's good because I figured he probably would have charged a hell of a lot more,
So, okay, going back to the album, and then just save your question.
I'm sorry,
All right,
man.
save
You know
your
me.
question.
You know me.
So, check to check, right? Love it. What kind of music? I mean, obviously, we know the type of music, but is there a theme throughout the album? Is there anything like what can people look forward to when they listen to it?
This new album, I'm very happy with it. It's gonna be the face. Really, it's just we've had them. If you've heard our other stuff, it's cool, and a lot of the stuff is all the stuff that I could think of, arrangements and stuff. But it just didn't have that touch. This touch is like honky tonk, man. It's gonna be good. Like I know that people are gonna like it just because I put so much into it. It's like writing a really good paper, but it's probably like a B, maybe a B.
Right.
And then someone reads it over. Hey, you need to change this. You need to do this, and it just makes it perfect.
Yeah.
And I think it's as good as it's almost perfect, but it's still it have that taste in my mouth that like I want to make another album better than this one, and
Yeah.
it's like, come on, can we keep on going? But man, they're gonna like it. It's it's funny too because Hispanic crowd, they'll hear me play and they're, man, how come you don't do Tejano, man? You play this country, but then like they listen to it, they're like, I like this. You know, some people don't like country, but they like our stuff because it's familiar, you know?
Yeah. And it's a good mix though, right? Like you still have, like you said, where you make up for some of the what would you say? The, steel guitar, fiddle. Banjo, whatever, fiddle. With the accordion. And so like, I don't know, it still feels like a little bit of both, right?
Right.
Like,
No, you're right. It does. So it's that's kind of where we found our spot, our niche is that it's very, people can, you know, Mexicanos, bolillos, you know, it's everybody's music. You know what I mean? It's just Texas. It's Texas music. That's you know, that's what I like to say. It's Texas music, and that's to the heart. You know, it's just I play it, you know, and it's just a hell of a time, and I'm excited about it. I really am. I wish maybe we could play a song, but at some point, whenever I get the links, I'll send them to y'all. I could check them out.
Okay, we'll post those too. But it's like you said, it's a familiar sound to both.
Yeah.
Like it's familiar to the Mexicanos that listen to this, that they've been listening to this all their life. Well, like, you know, whenever Tejanos started rising up, and the same with, like you said, bolillos, when they're listening to country, they're like, oh, well, it's something they're familiar with. So it's a very good mix of the both.
Yeah, and I'm glad that, you know, it's Fort Worth's getting real busy, you know, and it's like I can play. I don't even really have to go out of town, but I want to start getting out of town some. You know, it just got to make sense. You know, you know, you make a certain amount here, you got to make a certain amount there, but you know, getting your foot in the door, that's the thing. And then on top of that, you know, they're like, we don't know you. You know, you start telling them your stuff's on it's on the charts. You know, our stuff's on the Texas charts. It's not like number one or nothing, but it's in the top 100.
It's on the chart.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're on the chart. You're on the chart, right?
Yeah.
But they can request it on the ranch.
Yeah, they
get
can
those numbers up there.
They can.
And of course, you played at Billy Bob's. So you can say that.
Almost 3 times now.
Almost 3 times.
We'll see you, man. That's gonna be great. What was the question you were going to ask now? Go
I forgot my question.
Oh, your question was, is there anything you do before you...
Yeah, what do y'all do before y'all go on?
Feel like a ritual.
Yeah. That's the word.
Who's listening? Man, honestly, you know, sometimes I still get a little nervous, so I'll, you know, drink a beer, maybe have a whiskey, something simple. And that's about it. Just kind of talk to the guys, like, you know, hey, you know, we're going to do this set, this song, blah, blah, blah. But, man, honestly, just kind of unwind and have a drink and just kind of chill out. That always takes the edge off. Yeah. You know, and that's I guess that's the ritual, you know?
Yeah.
So are the nerves that you get before you go on, are they the same nerves that you got like the first time you got on stage?
No. I remember the first time I got on stage, I was in high school, right? We had at the HOTLINE, and I was playing this song, and my leg was like, I was so nervous. I was like, oh man, and it's all the kids in my high school, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, that was really good. Then this and that. Then, I don't know, I got a little confidence, you know, but there was some point, you know, I was a little overconfident, you know, at that time, my age, you know, we're like those early 20s, you're this badass, you think you do it all. And it just, you know, you get humbled real quick when you see somebody that does better than what you do, you know? But I just thought about it's the nerves are just like, yeah, they're not like they used to be, but I don't know really, because there may be a time where there's thousands of people there, you know, but when we played at Billy Bob's, they had some big acts. We were just the you know, in between. But Casey Donnie had a sold out show, and I've never seen so many people, and never played for so many people like that. I don't think ever. It was so many people. That dance floor was like, it's like a wave. People like, you know, like in the damn ball game, you know, it's like moving around. It's like, dang, and but that's probably that time, and then when I was you know, a youngin.
Yeah. Do you think the first time you played on Billy Bob's, did you get that same type? I mean, it's
no, it's just the first time, you know, it was funny because the first time we played, we were supposed to play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday was going to be the show that was just us, right? So that canceled because of it was snowing and bullshit that week. Mm-hmm. No, sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Have you heard us?
Fuck.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out post. It's fine.
No, so so they canceled Thursday. So then Fridays, that's like the first time, and Tracy Bird was playing, and it wasn't that packed. So it's kind of like I wasn't very nervous, but I was very kind of nervous, but not nervous. I was real nervous the next day because that place is so packed. Mm-hmm. And a buddy of mine told me, he goes, "Hey man, you're gonna have to learn some more Texas country stuff because he goes, man, this is what the crowd wants. And I'm thinking, I think we were doing a lot, you know. And he kind of got in my head a little bit. He's a good friend of mine, you know. It just he wanted me to be on my top game.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what I was kind of nervous about. Like, we'll play some stuff that we could dance to. Everything we play, they dance to it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that second night was the one that was pretty like, oh, man, I'm kind of nervous. Let me have 3 shots, please.
So the boys and I, like, we still get hard-ons whenever we get an email.
What?
It's
Do
like,
not pull me.
No,
like whenever we got the news we're gonna record at South by, we were like, fuck, straight up Boner City. But like,
no.
Whenever you got the news you were gonna play Billy Bob's, like, how ecstatic were you? Like, were you just like, or what was the venue where you're like, fuck, we're
Yes.
holy shit.
Yeah. You know what? I got the email back from the guy that runs Billy Bob's, right? And I was like, let me just pitch it to him. I'm going to pitch to him. I've been pitching to that dude forever. He's a hell of a dude, man. Nice guy, Robert. But he wrote me back. He goes, man, I think we can make that work. Dude, on the ride home, I literally cried. I'm sorry. I just got to be honest. If you want to know how excited I was.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I was like, I fucking cried the way home. And I told my wife, and she's like, wow, okay. So that's how big of a deal it was for me to get that gig. But then he calls me. He's over doing this some kind of concerts over in Florida, the Keys or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he texts me. He goes, "Call me. I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Man, he's gonna call me and tell me we're gonna cancel the gig." I was like, "We had a Ramon Ayala and somebody else wants to come play, so you can't play now." He just said, "Hey, I need you to be the house band over in Billy Bob's these 3 days. Can you do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can do it." You know. And then that's when we got in to play that particular time. So yeah, man. I mean. That was exciting. That was almost as exciting, but yeah, dude, straight up. That's what it was.
That's the passion. That's the fucking passion right there.
Yeah.
Because I like, for a fact, I was like shaking. When you get fucking news, you're going to, like, for the Tulip show we played at, or like South by, we're like, holy fuck, like, what the fuck? Like, this is fucking real. Like,
It's weird whenever you start getting like unsolicited emails. Like, you're not trying to sell yourself, and all of a sudden you get like a message like, "Hey, would you be interested?" And you're like really? Like, you're coming and asking me?
Yeah.
Like, that to me that's really cool.
Yeah, I've been getting a whole bunch of those lately. It's
Sure
weird.
you have.
It's you know, it's still work because you got to put a contract together and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, I've been holding down Squeezebox, doing all the bookings and doing all the other stuff. So it's like it's very time consuming, you know.
Sure, yeah.
But
you said it's a full-time job.
yeah,
Full-time
it's a full-time job, but it's 24 hours a day. You know, there was a guy that hit me up one day at 5 a.m. as a promoter. He's like, "Hey, I had somebody cancel out. Can you do this gig tonight?" I'm like, 5 a.m. I was like, "How much is it?" He goes, "Oh, okay, yeah." So I'm already emailing, texting 7 a.m. the guys. So yeah, it happens that way.
Like, "Hey, cancel your plans. We got something going on tonight."
Yeah. And I just had to do something similar to that on a gig. You know, sometimes, you know, it's hard though when you start getting those emails because you've already promised yourself to this particular venue, but then you get something like 4 or 5 times the amount of money.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, oh, what do you want to do? Like,
yeah, it would be that guy.
Yeah.
But hey, that money though,
due for unforeseen circumstances.
I'm sick.
Well, Abel, before we close this thing out, is there anything else that the people need to know? Obviously, we know that they can find all of your shows on Bands in Town on the app. We know that they're going to come see you at Arts Goggle and at Billy Bob's on Cinco de Mayo with the album release. But what else do people need to know? Where can they find you on social media and all that stuff?
Okay, yeah, the quickest way to find us is www. The World Wide Web. Squeezeboxbandits.com.
Okay.
Squeezeboxbandits.com. That's what they do. They can click on there, and it has the link for the tickets for Billy Bob's.
Okay.
Also, it has our links for like Spotify and all that stuff, and then it also has how you can find us on like social media. But it's Squeezebox Bandits if they want to look it up on the Instagram or Facebook or man, we got a TikTok, but I just can't get. I'm not hip to it yet.
We're not very good at it.
We're trying ourselves.
We got a couple of videos that were kind of funny. But
merch? Can they buy merch off the website yet? Or is that
I'm gonna have to set that up?
Is it mostly at shows though?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're actually gonna my record label, State Fair Records, that I'm on. They're gonna start selling our merch. You know,
nice.
Yeah. So
okay.
But yeah, they can come to the show. We got some shirts. We got some T-shirts, some koozies. But I need to step that game up and get some new designs, and that's in the works.
We need some hats.
Yeah, hats too.
Yeah.
I bought some one time. I'm cheap. I want to sell. I bought the hat for like $3, and I want to sell it for $20. And they're like, my brother-in-law had it on the other day, and he's like, I bought 25, and he's like, I think him and like 5 or 6 of the people on that paid for it, like, here you go, man, you can just have a hat,
Yeah.
But I need to get some hats. There's a couple like this hat here. I like this style, but then I also like the trucker kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I might see if I can't get some of those made before the release.
Yeah, we're a fan of printed threads.
Yeah.
Local
Their hats are a
here.
pretty good deal. You should definitely check out Printed Threads.
Printed threads.
Yeah, they're
They're
right,
over there at the old OB Macaroni building.
Yeah, right downtown.
Next door, yeah.
But they do everything, and for a ton of people too. But yeah, they're local. And
They do
they're
designs?
fantastic. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got a whole design team and all that stuff, or you can send your own design into them. We've been really fortunate with them and really happy. I mean, in fact,
That
we
shirt,
designed this,
hat,
and then they did the shirt for us.
But
and all that,
they're just good people all the way around. I mean, they're a good company.
yeah. If you want to stay with local,
Or do it yourself, make that money.
Yeah. Well, I got a guy that's been doing my merchandise for 5 years.
Yeah.
And he charges me a really good deal.
Yeah.
And I think if I was to get some stuff made, he could do it. Print them.
There you
go.
Just get a new design.
Yeah.
He did this one design. I told him a long time ago. I really liked the idea, but it was after we played at Billy Bob's. But he wanted to do like a spoof thing where Squeezebox Bandits, right? I'll show it to you. I think I have it
Instead
still.
of Billy Bob's?
Yeah, and I was like,
Nice.
dude, that looks too much. That looks too much like Billy Bob's.
Nah, I mean, whatever. What are they going to do?
Well,
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah.
For those listening, we are looking at
that's
a spoof.
I love
design.
that. That looks awesome.
That's awesome.
Even if you did a limited run
yeah,
of
that's
that,
good.
I would fucking buy that.
Yeah, that's
Oh
cool.
shit! You can even do a patch on that and put that on like
you
your.
can just get patches made. You can put those on shirts, a hat.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to wait till after the Billy Bob's concert. You ain't selling that here.
Yeah.
That's a great design. Really quick too. What's your favorite taco spot?
Oh my God.
Man, there's a spot that Kevin showed me over in West Side. It's inside of a grocery store.
Yep.
Dos Hermanos Taqueria.
Yeah, man, they're really good. And that guy Kevin, man, he's something else. But he's a food critic like nobody else. Man.
Oh, we know.
Hold on a second. This is a real quick funny story. We did a gig over at Poor David's Pub in Dallas, and there was some folks out there that were giving away free barbecue, ticket barbecue. And man, I thought it was good. I mean, it's free. So Kevin comes in. He's like, I say, hey, the barbecue's all right. He goes, yeah, I already judged it, but even haven't tasted it yet. I was like, dang.
Oh my God, that's a very Kevin thing.
He is
that's
the
a very
biggest
Kevin
food
thing.
snob of all time.
I'm still waiting on that food podcast of his to come out.
I know. He's been on the
needs
show
to-
before.
Well, he doesn't have time. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, he
doesn't have time.
Because his
Kevin doesn't have time.
Kevin.
Kevin doesn't have time.
Get your life together, man.
Okay, hold on a second. So here's my thing. Kevin's writing on that thing, and he's supposed to be at work.
Right.
Is he have the phone in one head and his little hammer
Dude, there's
on
no-
the other hand trying to knock a bone out or
Is
something?
that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Trying
I don't
to
know.
trying to get like a
All I
ankle
know-
out or something like that.
All I know is he's not here. And so
That's all right.
we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, I'm
Abel.
glad to be. I'm glad
Absolutely.
y'all had me. I'm excited to rewatch this and
Hell yeah,
reshare it and let everybody know that they need to go ahead and get y'all subscribed and get y'all.
There you go.
Man,
Y'all are my new favorite podcast.
All right.
Fucking A.
you're doing my job for me. I fucking love this. Well, we really do appreciate you coming on. We're definitely looking forward to seeing your shows here pretty soon. Definitely going to be at Billy Bob's. We're going to make sure to promote the crap out of that on our Instagram as well. So if you don't already do so, make sure you follow Squeezebox Bandits on Instagram. Go to squeezeboxbandits.com. They're going to have the link for the shows we've been talking about. And come see us out there because we're going to be there for sure. And check out his new album that's launching at the end of this month. Or, no, May 5th is the actual launch, right?
Yeah, May 5th is the actual launch.
Okay.
Oh, real quick, man. I'm sorry. Can I just say one quick thing?
Absolutely.
So
Moving on. No.
we're starting now we're going into episode 2.
Yeah.
So April 21st, album announcement and album pre-order. April 29th, announcement, pre-save link, and merch giveaway. We're going to do a merch giveaway that day.
All right.
Okay, very cool.
And then the 5th of May is the big shebang.
Launch. Cool. Man, we're looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good party week.
Hell yeah, it is. And Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah, that
Like,
week
you
we're
wanna do
playing every
something?
day.
Come on. Oh, are you
Oh,
really?
shit.
All right. Well, if you don't already do so, make sure you follow us on social media at The Funky Panther. You can also find us at thefunkypanther.com. If you don't already do so, please make sure you subscribe, not follow our YouTube channel. That would do us a lot of good, and we very much appreciate it. Stay good, y'all. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
I'm Stark.
And we are
The Funky Panther!